The Spring Holiday Special, in case you couldn't read. Springtime is always beautiful on the island of Sodor. Flowers bloom as Gordon pulls the express, of course. Percy pulls the mail, of course. And Thomas either pulls Annie and Clarabelle or a special, which these days are usually quite mundane, like today. So Topham Hatt came to Tidmouth Sheds, of course.
Today, the children, of course, are having a spring holiday party, he boomed.
Sir, James put in, you're allowed to say Easter now as long as you put holiday at the end.
So I am, said Sir Topham Hatt. In that case, today the children are having an Easter holiday party. I need an engine to take the children to the party at Knapford Station.
Thomas, of course, hoped he'd get to take the children, but of course, Sir Topham Hatt chose Emily. Thomas was disappointed, of course.
Thomas, you are to collect the coloured eggs from Farmer McCall and take them to Knapford Station. The party is, of course, at tea time.
But since children are the most important people of Sodor, he wanted to take them. Thomas collected the eggs from Farmer McColl's. Farmer McColl came up.
You must pull the eggs slowly, or else they will break. But if you do, there'll always be spare eggs waiting.
Yes, sir, Thomas said, and puffed away. Thomas had to stop at a signal. Emily puffed by with the children. See you later, slow coach, she called. Thomas was cross. I'll show that hussy, he puffed, and he pumped his pistons, and as soon as the signal dropped, he rushed away like the wind. Thomas raced past Donald and Douglas, who, you guessed it, appeared to make the older fans happy for a few seconds. Slow down, Thomas, Donald called. You'll have an accident, called Douglas. But Thomas was too far away to hear, of course. The eggs bucketed and bounced in his trucks. Thomas whooshed past Percy, his best friend, as if you haven't heard that 100 times before. Take care, he whistled. You'll crash. But Thomas was too far away to hear, of course. The eggs rocked and rolled in his trucks, but still Thomas went on and sped past the new one-off character who, you guessed it, is available now at a local children's store. Watch out, Thomas, he chuffed, despite being a diesel. Something bad could happen. But Thomas, oh heck, you know. The eggs jittered and jigged. Thomas came to a sharp bend. He applied his brakes, but, as usual, it was too late. Luckily, as usual, no one was hurt. But Thomas and his trucks were off the rails, and the eggs were broken. Thomas felt terrible. I should have gone slowly and steadily. I am a very silly engine. Then Sir Topham Hatt arrived.
Thomas, you have caused
confusion and delay, guessed Thomas.
Exactly,
said Sir Topham Hatt. I'm very sorry, sir, said Thomas. I'm sure I can get new eggs from Farmer McColl's and get to the party on time.
Well, you've somehow managed it before, so very well, Thomas.
Edward brought the breakdown train on loan from the Reading lines. The breakdown train put Thomas and his trucks back on the rails. Then Thomas raced like the wind back to Farmer McColl's. Thomas collected more eggs, and this time puffed carefully. He made it, as usual, just in time. The party was a great success.
Well done!
Boomed Sir Topham Hatt.
Apart from completely failing the first time, for the 4th time this month, you are a really useful engine.
I told you were slow, Coach, said Emily.
Slow, Coach,
laughed Diesel, who happened to be at the station at the time. But Thomas didn't care. He had been a really useful engine. Sort of.